Doesn't that look good? We're nearly there. We have cleaned up all the lines. Now all it needs is some colors. I can't wait to see it colored. Grab your paintbrush and let's go. Okay, for this next step we're going to add some colors. The idea is the same exactly. We're going to create a new video folder, and this time just to add colors. This video folder will be sitting beneath the line, obviously, and yeah, that should be pretty easy. So I'm going to create a new layer as usual. I'm going to chop it up as usual. I'm going to remove that last bit, put them together into a video folder. I'm going to use a different color maybe. I call this color first, colors, and I'm going to change the color of that folder to something like green, for example. And because once you have many layers, things can become very confusing, so it's used to color code your folders so that you have an idea of what you're doing. Yeah, and the same idea as well for the base. We need to have a separate layer just for the base. So again, I'm going to start with the base. So I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide the lid and just show the base. And for that one, I'm going to create again a new layer. I'm going to trim it over there. Here we go. And okay, so for some reason I imagine that this magic box would be a nice blue color with maybe some yellow stars on it or something like that. So a bit like yeah, magical box. So I'm going to pick a color, let's say a nice royal blue, maybe something a bit like that. That's nice. And I'm just going to paint inside the area in blue. So there's a little tip that can save you a bit of time. I'm going to show you this. So if you, for example, select the magic wand over here, and then you can make sure you've got this multiple layer thing selected here. You can have a tolerance of not too much. I mean, in this case it can be higher than this, but to be fair, 8 is fine. The interlacing thing over here is probably better if it's on as well. So I'm gonna, now that I've done that and I've selected my color layer, I'm gonna call it box color. There we go. And now I can select this, for example, this area. And if I hold shift, I can also select this area. I also select this area and this area. And then what I'm going to do next, I'm going to expand this selection so that it goes beneath the line, so expand a little bit. And once my selection is expanded, I'm going to fill it in with the blue color that I've created. So in order to expand that selection, I'm going to go to select. I'm going to go to modify, expand. And I'm just going to do that by maybe, yes, just 1 or 2, maybe just the 1 pixel. That might be enough. Just 1 pixel. Okay, I think that should do the trick. Once I've done that, I can go to edit and then fill. And I'm going to choose the foreground color, which is the blue that I've picked just before. Opacity 100%, mode normal. And I click OK, and here we go. The selection has been filled in with blue, and I can deselect by simply hitting Ctrl D for deselect, Ctrl D, or Apple D if you're using a Mac. Sorry, I'm using Windows, so I know the Windows shortcuts. Anyway, so here we go. That's the blue box. Okay, now that we have colored the base, let's color the lid, and the process will be exactly the same again. So I'm gonna just hide the base for the moment. We don't need it. So I'm gonna display the clean lines again. Oh, and by the way, I could probably get rid of the rough animation folder. Here we go. So we have the lines in orange and the colors in green. I'm talking about the folder. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate a few more of these keyframes so that we have enough. And there we go, that should do. Right, let's start with the first one. I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. I'm going to select these areas, and then I hold shift, select another area, and then expand. Selection, modify, expand again by 1 pixel, and I'm going to fill. Oh, sorry, I didn't select my layer, so I did fill, foreground color, and here we go. We'll continue like this for all the frames, and Control D. Okay, so here we have all the lid colored. Now I would like to add maybe some shading inside the lid. So the underneath of the lid should be probably a dark blue. I'm thinking I'm just going to pick a different color and then color it again with darker blue this time. So I'm going to go for something like this. Okay. And go through the same process again, just this time only for the parts in the shade. Alright, so this is what we have now with the box, the bottom of the box. Now let's just duplicate those again to have it close properly the way we intended. And here you have it, the animation with the colors of the box